I've got a mold and a plan tonight. Colors swirling in the fading light, a little clear.
Hi, welcome to Pour Resin with Love. My name's Tina. Right, today I'll be pouring for a collaboration called Wet and Wild Wednesday. The collaboration's run by CWV Artistry, which is Casey. It's a new collab that started last Wednesday, and a lot of people took part, and even more people this week. So far I think it'll be a full house, which is really good, and it can be anything. Well, mainly I suppose when I think of wet and windy, wet and windy. Oh, sorry, wet and wild. Oh my god, I'm leaving that in. Wet and wild, I think of like the sea or sea themed or anything, but it can be anything as long as it's along that theme. Sorry about that. Wet and windy, that's Wales, where I live, not me. Right, so I've got these two moulds, two shell moulds, that one and that one. So I've not poured this one before, so, and I'll be pouring them with RESINCRETE. At the moment I love RESINCRETE, so we'll give that a go. Right, so RESINCRETE is by J Diction. It's 10:3 ratio base to water. It's got simple instructions on the back. So the work time's 8 minutes, so you need to be pretty on the mark and have everything ready. Demold time is 30 minutes. Preference, I prefer to leave it an hour, just to make sure, especially if you're using little fiddly bits in it and that. Yeah, just make sure. So here I'll be using 300 grams to 90 grams of water. You can add just a tiny bit of water if you want it a thinner consistency, but not much. So yeah, so let's go ahead. I always put greaseproof paper, or if you haven't got greaseproof paper, foil, anything could do, as long as you've got it, so it doesn't stick to your silicone mat. It's horrible. So here goes. Let me just get this started. Oh, there we go. It just goes everywhere. Oh, so if there's any left over, I'll pour it into something else, and we'll find some use for it. There we go. I mean, some people do it by eye, but I found that it never fails. If I do it exactly how it says. So now I'm going to add the 90 grams of water. I did a bit too much, but I'll just add a tiny bit more RESINCRETE if it's needed. But I don't mind it a bit runnier consistency, as I'm making a lot. So I just find this easier to mix with a spatula, but a fork. Forks are good as well because it gets through the lumps. It's whatever you're comfortable with. I keep thinking I'm going to use a tub, a hard tub, in a hard rigid plastic, but this came with the set, so I actually bought this set from RESINCRETE. You got some moulds, you got 5 or 6 RESINCRETE pigments, you got 1,000 grams of RESINCRETE. Trying to think if there was anything else in it. Oh, stirrers, this big jug, little jugs. So yeah, you got a fair amount with it, and if you worked out the individual costs, it was no brainer to get it. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more from that, just because I did add a little bit too much water. Not much at all, but yeah, I've not tried Eco Pour, but I will give that a go as well. But I just love the RESINCRETE at the moment, and that's my go-to. At the moment I've got everything Jadiction. You know, it wasn't purposely done like that, but I've got their one-to-one resin, I've got their UV resin. Right, so I'm happy with that. Pop that down. Right, and to this I'm going to add a tiny bit of the blue. So yeah, you get 5 pots of that, sorry, in red, green, black, yellow and blue. So I'll just add a bit of that to the RESINCRETE. Oh, that was good, wasn't it? The little ring just fell in there. Get that out, we don't want that sitting with it. Right, that'll be enough. I'll just get a little stick just to swirl it round a bit. I do want like a marbled effect. Whether it'll come out like that, we shall see. But right, so I'm going to do this one first. Some on this one. I've got a lump. I don't want a lump. Not that I think it'll make any difference, but it looks lovely. I'll top that up in a second. I just want to give it a jiggle and a squeeze, just to make sure it's got, because even though it is really good, you just don't want any bubbles in there. So just give it a tap, squeeze, a bounce. I know some that put it on a vibration plate, that works too. It's whatever you've got. So this one I'm just going to go around these little bits here. Make sure it's gone into all. With these clearish moulds, you can kind of see if there's a bubble. So I can't see anything, but that doesn't mean there's a little one lurking. So I'm just going to top up them. doom it a bit, just so that we get into, so I don't have a lot to scrape off or sand. Ooh, my hand's stuck. Right, I'm just going to go around the edge here because there's a tiny bit of a lip there. Just make sure I've got everywhere. I did pour some, I wasn't feeling well. Health problems, no. So I did pour some the other day, but I wasn't up to filming it and everything. So I'll show you in a minute what I poured. That's it. Rob, can you just pass me that plate thing? The silk screen on it. So I poured that, and then they'll go a vial, so it'll be like a vase. I've still got to sand it down and that. I just wasn't feeling up to it. And the other thing I did, but I sat and done it, sat on the sofa with a tray on my lap and done it. So I'd done this rectangle, and then I bought some silk screens. So and then my husband had been out and brought me some acrylic paints. So I sat and painted, done the silk screen. So I think that come out lovely. I don't know whether you can see it. I'll put some glitter on it. I've got to seal it still. I'll do that over the next day or two, but I was really happy with that. So yeah, so it's quite versatile, RESINCRETE. So right guys, I'll love and leave you, and I'll be back when this has set. Like I say, it takes about 30 minutes, but ideally I leave it an hour just to make sure. Okay, thank you, bye. Welcome back everyone. Right, I thought I'd turn my camera on for the demoulding, but I hadn't. So they've been demoulded already. So that's the one shell. No bubbles, nothing, lovely and smooth. And then this is the other shell. I think both of them come out lovely. So I'm going to go on to the next part. I'm not doing much with this shell because I will try and get a little cactus, or I'll use it as to put my rings in, or earrings in when I have a bath, because these are going in my bathroom. But this one, what I'm going to do is make a little sea scene in there if I can. So I've got some sand my husband kindly went and got off our beach. So I've got in my cup J Diction UV resin, and I've got a bit in the little cups there as well. So I don't need much, but I want it quite thick. So let's see, just get a stick, give that a stir. Just going to add a bit more UV to that. There we go. That's better. Just get that all mixed in. Right, I'm just going to put this first little bit in. I'm going to put it on a tiny bit of an angle because I don't want it spreading to anywhere else. So I'll just put it up like that for a minute. And let's get some of this in. Hope you can see okay. So we go all along. I don't want it all in a straight line. want it kind of look. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. Off. Right, I think I'm happy with that amount in there. I'm just going to get my torch just to start it off. Just to stop it from going any further. That's the good thing about UV resin, whereas you can't do that with one-to-one epoxy. It just goes where it wants. You can try, but it just go where it wants. And I'll just give that a couple of minutes under the UV lamp. And while I mix up my... Right, so I want to do this. So now I've got the Let's Resin Cerulean. I'll just add a tiny bit of that to this one. I think that might be enough, but we shall see. A little bit more. Right, so that's that one. Get that all incorporated. And to this one, I'm just going to add some azure blue. She says, and it's not open. Every time I pick one up, and I think, oh, that one will be all right because I've opened it already. No, she hasn't. Right, I think that'll be enough of that one. Yeah, all I want is a clear difference between the two. Yes, I'm happy with that. You can see there's a difference between the two colours. Oh, I'm trying to chuck it everywhere. Right. Lovely jubbly. I'll just higher this up just a tiny bit. See how it goes first. So now I'm going to add the cerulean blue. Bit out. I don't want to put any more in really because I only need a little bit. We're going up the sun just a little bit. We'll be putting waves on, so that'll add to the effect as well. Right. That's fine. Start that off as well with the UV torch. I have to keep checking my phone because it's been playing up terrible. I've decided I'm going to buy a new phone. I've got the iPhone 11 Plus at the moment. The only thing is it's only got 32 gigabytes of memory. Yeah, you've got the cloud and that you know, Google Cloud and all that, but iCloud and your photos and that, you only get 32 gig. I've put YouTube onto my laptop because it just wouldn't take it. I delete everything and transfer it as I do it, but I'm still having a nightmare with it. I've deleted loads of apps and cleared caches, everything, but yeah, so I will be getting a new phone. Right, just pop that under a minute. And then we'll go in with the blue. I'm going to add a bit of UV to this white. I was just going to put it on its own, but get another stick. And it's the Let's Resin Ocean White I'm using. So I'm hoping that works okay. I have tried the sea effect on coasters and that before, but the problem being is I was using a really cheap white one, so it just didn't happen. Right, now I'm going to put the blue on. Yeah, so this is a fab new collaboration that's been started by Casey. She has set up a Discord channel for it so that everybody can send their videos there to add to the playlist and also see what times are available. I know this week is pretty full, I think. Might be a few spaces left. That's it for this week. So I will tag the I will put the the Discord channel in my description along with the playlist and everything I've used today. Get that up there a bit. I've got a bit left. Hope that looks as nice as it does from down here. Just let that run into the other one a bit and just start setting that a bit so we'll carry on running. Brilliant. Pop that under there. Just look for my shells. Sure, I put them in here. God knows why I didn't get them ready. Ooh, what have I done with them? Right, I'll probably have to put them back on off camera. They're just a couple of starfish and a little shell. I did have mate, but I don't know what I've done with it. I'm hopeless. Right, let's see how that is. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now all I'm going to do is drizzle this along here. You watch, this is the part I'll ruin it. I hope not. But we shall see. Just get my heat gun. Excuse the sound as it starts off. It should click off after. Right, I'm going to put a bit more UV along there. Hopefully that'll pick it up and whoosh it along. Well, it wasn't exactly how I wanted it, but no, that's all right. I just might put a little bit more blue in there. Put too much white in, but hey ho, I'll put the shells in and then see how we go with that. I don't know why I'm just trying to put this tiny bit in, but yeah. So guys, that's that. Hope it isn't too much of a disappointment. It wasn't exactly how I wanted it, but it's my own fault. I put too much white in. And with that, I'll have a think about it. When I put the glam pics on, I'll see what I might do with this. Okay, thank you for watching then, and don't forget give the playlist a watch. There's some great artists on there doing all different medias, from clay to RESINCRETE, paper. There's a lot painting. So yeah, give it a watch, share some love. Okay, thank you.
I've got a mold and a plan tonight. Colors swirling in the fading light. A little clear, a little gold above. I'm gonna pour resin with love. Pour resin with love, let it flow. Catch the moment in a shimmering glow. Layers stack like stories from